This week we sail from Islay to Craighouse on Jura, then onwards to another Loch Tarbert. While we get no wind at all, we do at least enjoy some sunshine. Hi, we're Dave and Jude, and we sold up our home and left our jobs and our lives behind to live on board our sailboat, Anamcara. Since leaving Portsmouth on the south coast of the UK, we've had quite an adventure, visiting wild Atlantic islands, Irish pubs, spotting whales, and watching motorsports. We're embracing life and all that it has to offer. Come with us as we continue to sail north and explore the UK's magnificent coastline all the way up to the Scottish Islands and beyond. We'll be exploring the lochs of Scotland and the Hebridean Islands and discover the wildlife and communities on the way. We have new videos out every Saturday, so make sure you subscribe to avoid missing an episode. So we've been at on Islay for 3 days now, and we're moving on. So first day we did Bowmore Distillery, then we did the 3 distilleries walk with Lagavulin, Lafroig and Ardbeg. And we also went to the pub on the seafront. Hopefully we got footage of all of this stuff. Lovely island, we had amazing weather for the whole thing, so it's like a summer holiday off to the islands. But now we're moving on to Jura for tonight, which is the next island over. So we've got Mull of Kintyre over in the distance that way behind the camera, Ireland down this way, Islay behind us, and then we've got Gia and Jura are the islands next door, plus a couple of little ones. I mentioned Cara the other day, and then there's Texa right next to Islay. But there are hundreds of islands in the Scottish Isles, so yeah, so should be about 4 hours to get there. There is enough wind right now, it seems, for sailing, so we will see whether that turns out to be true or not. And yeah, going to put the sail up shortly and get moving. But for right now, I just thought I'd do an intro to what we're up to today. And then I'm just going to get some B-roll as we leave to show you the sights in this lovely weather. Guess what the weather's doing? So we came out of Islay, out of Port Ellen. We put the mainsail up, obviously, we always do. And it was feeling pretty breezy while we were in the marina, and then we turned to come out of the harbour, and just no wind at all. So you can see behind me it's glassy again, it's sunny again. So anytime it seems we want to go anywhere, the Scottish weather just decides that it's a bit of a nice day and we're not going to sail anywhere. So we've tried changing directions. We obviously put the boat in neutral when we do these tests, because otherwise the boat speed can change that effect. So if you're motoring with the wind, then it appears there's none. That's not the case here. There is some wind, I can feel the wind. I can feel it blowing on my face. But yeah, we tried sailing and our speed dropped to almost 0. And we just weren't going anywhere. So here we are motoring again. It's very frustrating when you buy a sailing boat to go sailing and end up motoring everywhere. Yeah, but it is what it is. I guess we're just going to have a day of sunbathing as we gently motor up the coast to Jura, and hope that we get a better sailing day. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the following day. We're not sure how long we're staying on Jura yet. We've got about another week of nice weather, and then there's effectively a storm coming in that's going to be gusting 30 plus knots possibly. We'll see what actually arrives. The weather can be a bit flaky that far out, so we're not certain it's coming yet, and it might divert around us anyway, often does in these parts, but we're looking to make sure that we're somewhere close enough to somewhere protected just in case, and that's going to be north of Islay and Jura, possibly around Oban, somewhere like that. but we'll see where we get to and what the forecast says. For now, we're just going to enjoy the weather. Hopefully get the paddle boards out today. We've not had them out this year at all because either it's been really, really windy or we've been hurrying to get somewhere or whatever. So with a bit of luck, we'll have some paddleboarding fun. But yeah, we'll find out later.
So we're still en route to Jura. The wind's picked up slightly, but not as much as we were initially expecting, so we haven't been able to properly sail. We've still got our mainsail out, but that's about it, not really doing very much. The sun is also stronger than we thought it was going to be today. I guess we were expecting it to be a bit cloudy, and I guess it is, but it's more of a haze and it's very strong. So we're back in our swimwear, enjoying time on deck with this calm day. We both have already been moaning about how hot it is, which we shouldn't be doing, but it is what it is. And we're enjoying it now because we left, I was in leggings, like long leggings, and a top and a cardigan, because when we were about to leave it was really breezy and we thought it was going to be quite a strong, cool, chilly day, and it completely was different by the time we got out into the sound, I guess it is, I think. But yeah, we will carry on and enjoy this weather while we've got it.
So we've arrived in Jura. Nice little bay. We've picked up a mooring buoy. They're only £12 a night, I think, or something like that, so it's pretty cheap. And we're put the paddle boards up, as you can see behind me. So we're going to row ashore, probably go up to the hotel for a drink. We've missed the Jura distillery for the day, and Lusser Gin Distillery is the other end of the island by bus. So, and there's only one bus back from there at 4:30 in the afternoon, so don't have time to do that today. So we'll see what we want to do. We probably are going to leave here tomorrow. We're just going to try the 2 drinks in the hotel bar probably, and then move on rather than having another tour of another distillery. But it's a lovely little bay, very protected. There's rocks all around. I'll get some footage in a minute and lay that over the top of this. But it's absolutely baking hot. We're both too hot, and just need to get on the paddleboards and get wet, I think. So that's what we're going to do.
So we are currently on the move again. We had one night in Craighouse, the anchorage there in Jura. It was beautiful when we arrived. We went paddleboarding, went to shore, hung out a bit there, and then came back to the boat and had dinner, and ended up going to bed fairly early, like for sort of 9ish, just after the sunset, and we were starting to go to sleep, and then the rolling started. So it wasn't the most pleasant night. It was fine, just a bit rolly, so we'd wake up every few hours as it started changing and all of that.
Because you're on video.
Oh, thanks. Sorry, Dave's messing around with the engine. So we woke up this morning, alarm went off around 7, and we were just like, we're going. So we left our mooring buoy and now we are underway. So we're planning on going to the other side of Jura. There is, I think it's called Loch Tarbert. Might be wrong with that. We'll confirm later where we're going. So we're going to go through the sound of Islay. You have to, I think it's the sound of either that or Jura, or I'm not very forgotten, it's too early in the morning. But you have to time it right, so luckily we've got the tide with us. Should be smooth to get through. It's about a 5-hour passage, so I'm just making a second cup of tea downstairs and then we are going to get underway. Anyway, we'll keep you updated with our journey.
We've been going around 9 knots for a lot of the day, cutting through between Jura and Islay. which was pretty exciting. It's nice to have a bit of speed sometimes. Initially we thought this was going to take 5 hours. It's taken us like 2.5, something like that. So we're now entering Loch Tarbert, not the Loch Tarbert that we stayed in for a week during the recent storm, and not West Loch Tarbert that we walked to. This is Loch Tarbert on Jura. Same name. There's also a Tarbert in the Outer Hebrides. Seems a very popular name. But we're about to go through a very, very narrow cut into the inner loch, which is not very wide at all, but it's been recommended to us. Apparently it's very calm in there, so we'll go in there and see what it looks like. There's a few boats out here, but yeah, we've been recommended to go in, so we're going to give that a go. Behind me are the Paps of Jura, the big mountains on the island. Yeah, that's all I've got. So we'll take some B-roll to overlay over some of that, and hopefully it'll make sense when you see it. Thanks for watching, and please join us next week when we finally get those dolphin shots we all love while sailing to Loch Spelvey on the Isle of Mull. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe so you don't miss an episode.